Right. So the guest for today is we have a sports enthusiast, and I have to. Okay. He has an application, You Dare. It's an online app, of course, for sports enthusiasts that helps them to book in the best suited sports venues and invite friends and PayPal nearby, sharing the same interest and split payment options as well. So it's my honor to welcome you once again to Brainciti. Tamer, good evening and over to you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big honor for me to be here. Now I would like to share my screen with the PowerPoint. Please do let me know if you all see it. Is it clear? Everyone can see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine, perfect. So good evening again, and really thank you to be here. And today I'll be talking about why sport should be a daily routine. But before I start with that, I would like to introduce myself for you gentlemen. So a little bit about me. My name is Tamer, made in Jordan, but was born and raised in Dubai. I finished my high school in Dubai, and then I went abroad for my bachelor degree in Cyprus. I worked a little bit abroad as well. So combined between studies and working abroad is 7 years. I'm a holder of bachelor degree and a master degree in finance. Now, I'm sure some of you will question, like, finance, sports, what's going on here, yeah? So the relationship between me and sports was always from day one, as I came to this world kicking. That's what I have been told. And always I was passionate about sports. Sports is to be honest, I cannot find the right word to express my feeling to sports, because it's helped me so many times to survive in this life. I wanted to study in my university, which was available as a major. I wanted to study physiotherapy for athletes' injuries, but you know, this industry was still emerging in our region, which is MENA region. So I couldn't join to pay my bills in that industry. So my family was not supportive. Even me, I knew it was difficult for me to survive. But again, my love to sports was always there. So I had to go for something which pays my bills, which is finance. And that love kept growing with me bit by bit. Well, I will tell you what is the relationship between me and sports is. I was born in 88. I am the youngest among four. So I was the most pampered one, obviously, because I'm the youngest. And unfortunately, at the age of 13, my father passed away in 2002. He was the only source of income. So from being super pampered kid, after a month from his death, I had to work as a car mechanic assistant. So you can imagine from where to where it went. And in this region, which is in specific UAE, is not common for a kid to work. So I had to lie all the time. Sorry, I have other plans. Sorry, I have something to do with my family, and always lie because I had to go to work actually, but I don't have the courage to say it. Sports helped me out. Whenever I do sports, that's when I gain my confidence. And the only time that I go back home with a big smile on my face is when I win a game. So that much I'm attached to sports. And again, in university, I had agreement with my family that you take care of the tuition, I'll take care of my pocket money. And then I realized it's really difficult to find a job without the local language, knowing the local language. So I went through a very, very tough time in there until sports again saved me again. I could get partial scholarship by joining the university team. I joined the club where I gained a lot of, like, I earned good money, which I could travel to 3 countries. So from being at the bottom, I went all the way to have vacations as well. And that's all again because of sports. Sport. This is the good side about sports with me. The bad side, I had 3 ACL on my right knee and a half ACL on the left knee. That's the bad side of the sports, what did to me. But still, I'm doing 5 times a week sports with these injuries still. So this is the relationship between me and sports and the love that I have to sports, which I cannot express in words. Now, a question. Is sport important in our life? And the answer is, sorry, kid, I know it's a stupid question. For sure, it's important, right? Of course, it's important. But the real question is why it is important. That's why we're having this session, and to show why we need sports in our life, why we need to make it as a routine, not anymore as something like, oh no, I need to go to the gym, oh no, I need to do that. It has to be a daily routine for our own good. I'll go through few here, and there are many more, but because of the time limitation, I'll go through 10 benefits, and you can go through Google, see if there's endless number of forget about the injuries which I had. We'll hide it for today, and the injuries in general, but the benefits are much more better, much more beneficiary for any human being. So the first one, healthier heart. Nowadays you hear it a lot. Someone in 40s, early 50s having heart attacks, even 30s. Why is that? Because our food is not as healthier as before, back in days where everything is planted. Now there's a lot of hormones included in our food and all that. So how to get rid of these toxics is by doing sports and to have less load in our heart to pressure blood to keep the circulation and to remove the toxic from the blood and all that. So sports helps a lot in this. And healthier heart, healthier love. Reduce stress and anxiety for sure. Everyone, especially with this era, I would say, which is the technology era, which made the world very much smaller. You need to be the best now, not in town, not in your country. You need to be best in the world to be recognized, because now it's too easy to hire someone from any other country, to get in contact with someone in another country and have them in the organization. So to be up there, or to have your job in general, to keep your job, you need to be leading. So that for sure will cause a lot of stress and anxiety, the fear you will have all the time, even as an entrepreneur, because again, the world is too small. So maybe someone from US, which you need back in days, you need days to have the newspaper or to get the news from there. Now in seconds, you know about it. So now the world is too much small, which means too much pressure and stress. Sports releases that, and I shared my experience in this when I told you when I was a kid, the only time that I feel confident and I gain confidence is when I do sports. So it really helps. At that time, I did it with experience, but these days, it is proven by science that sports release a lot of stress and anxiety, and it's highly recommended, especially when it comes to the meditation, yoga, Zumba, and these kind of sports. Risk of diabetes. Again, a personal experience here, which is my eldest brother. He's only 43 years old. He got it 5 years back. So he was 38. And the doctor told him a little bit of sports, it's gone. You don't need any pills. You don't need any treatment. Just do a little bit of sports. That's it. You'll balance your diabetes within your system. But he's too lazy. He preferred the pills, unfortunately. So keep you fit. Now, for me, I have been there before when I used to play in a club. But for now, I just love to look at these apps. I prefer my Billy because I love food. But again, why not, right? If we have that chance, why not to be fit? And, that's when you will hit the gym, or hit the beach every day. This is me. After a long, like I had a weekend tournaments, a lot of weekend tournaments. That's how I sleep, but without snoring. Really, it makes you sleep like the best sleep you will have ever in your life after a really tough workout. You cannot, you need to try it. You need to experience it. Go for a hardcore sport and then go to sleep. Wow, you own the word there. Lower the blood pressure. This is somehow correlated with the stress and anxiety. Also because of again, because of the stress we have, for sure, which is, as I said, is correlated. So you'll have high blood pressure, and blood pressure is really not something to ignore. It can get you blind. It can have effects in your arms, and you have numb. You cannot walk anymore. You need to use crutches sometimes. It reaches to that level. So it is not something to ignore. It's like, okay, I'll take a pill and that's it. Or I'll keep testing my blood pressure and that's all. So this is another thing which sports helps a lot to ignore. Better mood. Who doesn't want that, right? And as I told you again, from my personal experience, the only time I go home with a big smile on my face is when I win a game. And back in university, same thing. Not even a tournament. Just if I've challenged my friend, like, okay, you bring my team, I'll bring my team, and I win that game. Wow, that's like something to talk for like 3-4 days, especially if it's really tough game, and there's no cameras, there's nothing, it's just us. And it still put us in a very, very good team, very, very good mood. So sports helps even for at a very low level, even for a personal achievement. It's like, today I'm tired, like I don't feel, and then you push yourself to go to the gym. After you finish your exercise, wow, you feel amazing, and you have the energy even to do another 2-3 sessions because of that good mood that you have. Teamwork, you know, I'm not sure if everyone knows Messi. He's the best player in the world. And yet, for the past 3-4 years, he's out of the Champions League. He lost. And one of the scores was 8-2. So imagine, best player in the world loses 8-2. But why is that? Because it's not an individual game. There are many team games. So even if you're the best in the world and you have a bad team, you can go anywhere. And you can be humiliated as well by losing 8-2. So it goes to that extent. And this also helps to talk to your subconscious. So you will realize, okay, if I'm not good with my colleague at work, if I'm not good with my partner, I cannot go anywhere. So your subconscious will realize, okay, teamwork, why they say, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with a group. So this is, again, it's a good for yourself as a person to be interacting with people, and for your business to realize and be open, because especially entrepreneur, we have this, that I'm the best. I'm the best. I have the best knowledge about my product. No one can, let's say, market it better than me. No one knows the details more than me. But when you get this in mind, you will realize, okay, I need people to help me to go far. Diverse social connection, especially here in Dubai. There's more than 120 different nationalities. And there's some people, to be honest, when I met them, like, sorry, but where is that country? Is it in Africa? Is it in Europe? Where is it exactly? I have no idea, that much diverse is Dubai. And all over the world, even in India and all over the world, for sure, you don't have only one nationality. So it helps you also to know other people, to know other cultures. For me, I was really I appreciated a lot being doing my bachelor in Cyprus, where I have 56 different nationalities there. It was an eye-opening to know people, to know the different cultures. It makes you even a better person, because in some cultures there are certain things is really helpful, and it makes you a better person to know about it, to adapt to it as well. So again, sports is a key. A golden key to diverse your contact. Help to strengthen your bond. Now we are wholly, everyone here is young. I can see from their from the photos. But I mean, this is for the younger generation. We are very young in generation, but there is a younger generation than us. This is how it helps. Maybe you have seen some videos where people kicks like a metal bars or like trees, and they don't get hurt. This comes with time. When they start with a boxing bag where they have small fraction in their bones. And when the bone it constructs stronger than before. So by doing that frequently, you will have a very strong bones, which helps you, like if you have car accident, whatever, you'll still be fit, and there you'll go out walking out, there's nothing happen. So it's another element of sports. Now, if you look at the subject, I mentioned key benefits of sport and exercise. What's the difference? Here I'll tell you. So a lot of people which I meet also, I'm so busy, I have a busy day, I have this and that. Well, you know what? Just park your car a little bit far and go to the office walking. And instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Take two more, like if you live in the first floor, go up like to the third floor and come back. This will take like few minutes. So I don't think even the president of the United States has that 2 minutes to do. So there's no one doesn't have that extra 2-3 minutes to do that. So that's the difference. If you're too busy, too lazy, whatever, you can still do it, as I mentioned. But not highly recommend in summer, especially in UAE, because everyone in office will be away from you because you will smell like hell with the sun if you walk under the sun in summer. Now, stop about being serious. Let's have some fun here. So this is the best slide for me. I enjoy it a lot because it was mind-blowing for me, even knowing these fun facts about sports. So the first one, there are more than 8,000 sports. I have been involved in sports. I have been doing this for almost a year now. And as I said, since a very long time, I'm involved in sports. Now I was, let's say, very good in football, but I've tried too many sports, which I suck in all of them. I'm a B class only in ping pong. The rest I'm really bad. But still, when I start counting like how many sports I know, I barely reach 100. There's 8,000 across the world. There is underwater hockey, underwater ice hockey. There's some crazy sports out there. And the second one, the first sport we know as of today is wrestling. This is the oldest sport ever existed and considered as a sport. It was in Greece and 776 BC. Now, bowling was invented around 3200 BC in Egypt. Now you told me, okay, hold on. You just said the oldest sport is wrestling 776 BC. What's going on? There's 3200 now. Well, it was not considered as a sport. It was invented by having some stones and then a rolling rock where they roll it and hit these stones, but was not considered as a sport. It's just for fun. So that's the difference between the wrestling and bowling. The world record for the most consecutive push-ups is 10,507. Now, even at my prime, before all the injuries, I barely reached 130. But saying that he's in Japan, you know, these people are really good in technology. So I'm not sure what kind of device he had in his body or whatever he did to be able to achieve this. There's something there. I don't know. I have verified this info from different sources, and it is there. But still, it's mind-blowing. 10,000. Like, come on. The longest tennis match lasted 11 hours and 5 minutes, but that was in 2 days, not consecutively, not 11 hours running consecutively. It was in 2 days, and it was won by a French player at the end. And I would be one of the luckiest people if I bought that ticket. One ticket, 2 matches, 2 days. Wow, lovely. India is the only country win over the 60 over, 50 over, and 20 over World Cup. Thumbs up. Well done. And it is, I believe it is the most played sport in India and most well-known, I believe, sport in India. The fastest MMA knockout of all time only took 2 seconds. I will definitely ask for a refund. I will not leave that arena without having a refund for my ticket. 2 seconds? Come on. I paid money, right? I need it back. At least 10% give me something. I will not leave the arena without having a refund. Tennis rings were traditionally made from the intestine of goats, cows, or sheep. Now, everyone here, I'm sure, thankful to technology. We don't have to do that anymore. Now it's made of, what do you call it? A kind of a plastic, it's a chemical for sure. It's a chemical made of. It's a combination of, I'm not in chemistry, but at the end it comes in a sort of plastic which helps the bounce of the ball from the racket. The average distance person walks in their life is 4 times around the whole world. I wish if I knew that information. I would have stopped everything. I wouldn't go to university. I would just walk and go around the world free, just walking. I'm really in love with traveling. As I said, knowing new culture is something really essential in all our lives. So knowing this information, I regret that I went to university and school. Since I started working, I would have worked and go all over the world for free. World record for the most consecutive marathon, having 607 marathon in 607 days. He's Spanish. His name is Ricardo. I mean, that's I don't know how these people they I don't know if they're human like us or what they are exactly. I have no clue. And to have the mindset, this is blowing, to have the mindset that I can do that. Now, by reading it, I feel like, wow. So imagine that someone back there had the faith that I can do it. So that's mind-blowing as well. Now, talking about these fun facts, let's go back to business and show you the market size of sports. It's in billions. Now, in 2020, maybe some of you says, okay, there's a huge drop. Why it's dropped only a little bit? Because a lot of people shifted from physical appearance to online. So that's what kept the balance in the market, because a lot of classes were online, a lot of education were online, sports education were online. So that would balance. It went down for sure because there are certain sports there's no way to do it online, especially football and these team sports. You cannot do it online, right? But there are so many other sports, the individual sports and all, they could do it. And there's a lot of people change their interest from playing sport, from playing like a team sport, football. They want to yoga just to keep it up, right? So that's what kept the balance. And then as you see how gradually it is increasing, and it's forecasted to keep increasing. And the reason for that is the awareness. People now aware how sports is important in our life, how it can keep us fit. You treat your body well when you're young, the body will treat you well when you're old. So that's the knowledge that the people have, which make that difference, and the growth, the massive growth in this industry. However, that's a big, in billions, this industry, but still there is a gap there. What is the gap? I'll go through a few, again, because of the limitation, but the major where sports enthusiasts are suffering from is lacking to find right fit play pals. Imagine that you're a tourist. There's no chance for you to play a team sport here because you don't know anyone. Imagine that you work in shifts, where you like, okay, one of my friends, when you used to play football, he had to take a day off because he works in a hotel. So his timing doesn't match our timing. So, or, when people getting old or getting a lot of injuries from the team. So there's like 5-6 people, they're still fit to play, but they don't have anyone to play with because their friends they either stop playing or they got injuries and all that. So still there is an issue in that, especially with the team sports here. Hard to find the right trainer. I ask a lot of people how you decided to go with that trainer. I said like, okay, I went to the gym which is near my office or near my home, and I looked at them. I said, okay, this guy looks smart, this guy looks fit, but I like that guy, because the way he talks is nice. So that's why I've chosen him, which is not the right way. So there is lack of information for personal trainers. Maybe he looks fit, but he's not the right trainer for you because you're looking after losing weight. And this trainer is specialized in muscle gain. And there is no trainer will tell you, I don't know. Be sure about it. If you ask him, do you know this? I want to do this. I want to reach. Yes, I do it. Even if they're not their specialties, but still they will go for it. So that's another thing. A lot of people suffering to find the right trainer. Door-to-door visit. We all here like to act smart. So if you have like 3 gyms around you and you want to get the best offer, especially if it's a medium or small gym, there's few information in the Google. You won't find a lot. So you need to go yourself and see it, which makes you postpone. Okay, tomorrow I'll go to the gym. When tomorrow comes, oh, today I had a tough day, finish. After tomorrow I will go. When after tomorrow comes, today I'm not feeling well, what's so on? So until you visit these 3 gyms around you, it will take you a month, maybe more. And maybe you'll never go. Just by having in mind, I need to go, you'll just keep postponing until, I don't know, you move to another country without even visiting these venues. Online search engine, like when you want to try new sports, especially individual sports and fun sport like jet ski, flyboard, all that, you always go to the Google, do the search. The first one will show is the paid ads, which is where venues are paying money to be there. But does that mean they're the best? No. Does that mean they're the cheapest? No. But what other ways you have? You need to go there. Google is there. Whomever pays money will be there. You will pay, and then maybe after 1 week or 2 days, or maybe after hours, you will realize, okay, one of your friends will tell you, why did you go there? There's another venue which is better and cheaper. But how would you know about it? So to make it simple, maybe you are the best chef in the world. But if you're not known, or if I cannot find you, how would I know that you're the best chef in the world? So this is the other issue. If you pay, you will be there. Even if you're worst chef, but you just paid money, you're there. That's how I'll find you. That's what I'll give for you. So that's another problem that is existing in the market. And that's why my baby was born, which is you there to solve all these issues, to have, in short, to leave no reason or no excuse for any person not to do sports. So if you're suffering from these issues or any other, we have the solution for all your issues. So there is no more excuses accepted anymore. So what is you there is the ultimate solution, as I mentioned. What do? Uday is all-in-one sports app for all enthusiasts that helps them to book, kickstart, and best suited sports venue and invite friends and play pals nearby with the same sport interest with a split payment option. Now we have many more features. We have posts, we have so many others, which I'll take you through in the coming slides. But here I highlighted the most important one, which is a split payment option. So if any of you plays team sport, I'm sure they went through that. Whenever the payment is coming, oh, I forgot to withdraw money. Oh, I forgot my wallet. Pay this time, I'll pay next time. I'm sure any of you went through that when it comes to team sport. So that's why I highlighted the most important one, because I went through that many times where people like, please bring this much money. This is the payment. This is your share. Yeah, sure. Don't forget. Fine. When you reach minimum, there will be 2. They will tell you, oh, I don't have change. Oh, I forgot my wallet. And all that. So we solve all these problems, plus other features, but I said this is the most important one. That's why I'm highlighting. So I'll take you through the solution. So you will have an idea what is it about. First, when you register, you will select your interest. We have up to now 25 plus sports, and our aim is to reach 93, which we're trying to cover all the sports. And regardless that there is 8,000, we will not reach there. I mean, the 93 known sports, that's what we're trying to cover. So, and then you will go to the home screen, and home screen, you'll have the top venues nearby you. So it's based on your location. And then you will have membership and single passes. Why we have these things here, this is to tell you that we can accumulate whatever is the business model of the venue. So we have hourly booking, we have single passes, we have membership. Even we have at the end of this month, we have an event, Dragon Boat. I don't know if you have heard of that sport, where 9 people in the same boat rowing together. So that event, all the registration is through us. So we can even host event to that extent. Now, the key features that we have is called U-Match, which is where you see this circle, which circle is. When you click on this, if anyone around you or nearby you has kickstarted a game, let's say a cricket game, and it's one of your interests, it's not random games, based on your interest in the sport, these games will approach you. With the timing, with everything, I will show you the details in a second slide. So we made it that far easy, like you can kickstart, and then other people will look at these games, and if interested, they can join. If none of these games suits your time and date, you can kickstart your own. And if you have your friends, you don't need to announce it in this feature. You can keep it as a private, send to your friends invitation, and each of them will join and pay his share or her share. So here's the U match. This is the feature here where you can swipe right to see the next game. All right. And if there is any game with all the details, as you see here, the number of people joined, your share, how much you need to pay, the time and date and everything. If you want to go for further details, you go in, you see all the participants. When you click on their icon, you can go to their profile to see their rating. So you will know the level of the game. All right. And you have the coordination also here. So you don't need to go to Google to see how far is the venue from you. Within the app, you can know how far it is. And you have then even the pictures of the pitch itself. It's nice, not nice. You like it, you don't like it. And based on that, you can join. Now, the Kickstarter has two options, either to keep it open as this one, so you can directly join, or approval required, which means I will send the request and the Kickstarter will review my profile. Now, it's the other way around. If they like my skills, then they will accept me. That's when I can pay and join. We have other, so we have trending sports. This is one of my favorites, where you can navigate all the venues registered with us, and then you can see which one is the best suited to you, the nearest to you, and then you can go from there to the profile of the venue. Now, if you decided this is football, if you decided to change like to tennis, so you can change the filter to tennis sport, and then you can see all the venues which is in tennis, and you can choose any sport which is available in our platform and see all the venues registered with us. And then you can decide it is a good venue, bad venue, this is where you want to go or not. And then when you go, you want to book, it's very simple. You have the dates, you have the timing, you have, if they have 1 field, 2 fields, 5 fields, you will see them all. You will choose the field. You have pictures of the field also, so you know where you're going and what is the quality of the fields that they have. Instead of going there, being in shock, oh, sorry, this looks terrible, I don't want to play anymore, give me a refund and all that. No, you know everything before you reach there. And then you know how much you need to pay as well. There's a lot of people having a lot of things going on, so we not expect everyone remember everything. So we schedule it for you as well. So you have a schedule within the app where you have a red dot. That's when you have an activity. Whenever you go there, you can see this activity. You can check it. What's the difference between pink and green? Pink is pending. That means if you want to play football, you need to have minimum of 10 players. So if 10 players not yet met, so it's a pending game. When 10 players join, it will be confirmed and it will turn to a green color. And you have posts, social interaction. So if you enjoy the game, if you enjoy the activity you have done, you can share it with others. In this case, this person, like in this picture, there's more than 8 different nationalities, and there's only 3 people knows each other. The rest, they don't know each other. You just join the game and they enjoy it and they took a picture and they post it. And you can comment and like the post. So similar to Instagram, but to have the social interaction and engage users. And here we have your account as a user account. So you have Pocket. Let's say if your son, most probably they don't have credit card, or you are a person who doesn't like to have a credit card. So you can top up your account with certain money, and then you can use it for booking. You can use this money for booking. And here's the rating of other to rate you, because everyone will say like, I'm the best on this sport, or I'm really good. So to make it fair, we let others rate you, and that's when it will appear in your account. And then you can add friends, you can follow venues if you like, and this is the number of votes that you have. Now, how the sports venue benefits from joining us? What is it in for them? We'll increase their outreach and sales. How we do that? We make them outstand from the highly competitive market here. There are too many venues in any sport you can think of. So we make them outstand, make them special, make them appear. And instead of paid ads and Google and all this, we help them to be out there and to appear. And to make it simple, you know, Zomato. Zomato is well known for food. So if you want Chinese, Indian, Arabic food, that's where you go. But there is nothing like that when it comes to sport. So instead of downloading 2, 3 applications in 2, 3 different locations, if you play 2 different sports, uh, all you need now is one application where you can find everything you want and help the venues also to appear and increase their outreach. Reduction of operational costs, and instead of having a lot of admin work where they take calls and all this, we can make it easier for them. Activate online bookings and membership. As I mentioned, we can accommodate whatever is your business model as a sport venue. Flexible slot creation, you can create whatever you want. You want to open in the morning, you want to open at night, you want to open 2 hours, 2 days a week. You do whatever you want. It's all under the venue control. Building credibility among users. After every game, the next day, they will have a rating and review. So maybe I love this venue, but after 3 years playing in it, you know, the ground is not really good, is wobbly a little bit, or the lighting is weak now. So I can write these reviews so the owner will come to know about it while he's sitting in office. Delegation of a staff and role. If you have your staff, you don't need to share your credentials. You can give them an access, the access that you want. And then when they log in with their own credential, that's what they will see, the access you permitted. And then as a complementary, there is a mobile application for the venues to control. So the main is the panels, and this is as a complementary, the application as a complementary. Download the app now, be active. We are in all the stores. We are in Huawei, iOS, and Android. I would like to thank you, great people, for your time. I know that I still have time, but why I kept that gap? Because I would like to engage with you guys. I wanted to hear from you why you're not active, why you're not doing sports. What is the reason for you not to be active? And there is an reaction button and below, so please raise your hand and let's have this discussion, because I'm sure whatever it's hard to do, but it's easy to give an excuse. So we don't need any more excuses. I will not benefit anything. You will benefit. It's your body. It's your life. So I want to help you to be there. I don't want you to be lazy anymore. I don't want you to give excuses which is not valid, because there's nothing can stop you. And I see all of you are young, beautiful looking people. Yeah, please, Patty.
First of all, I think this is just really brilliant. And this time now, I really see how it's working. And it's such a good idea. And so I wish you every success. I think that there are probably a lot of people like me that COVID came. Now in Oman, we were way more locked down than I think you were in UAE. I imagine people in India probably were locked down a lot. And so now I'll keep it in the personal, the COVID fat, because it's too hot in the summer to walk and, blah, blah. So does this app, when I get to Dubai in about 6 weeks to live, do you have things for walking? Are there walking tracks? Are there walking clubs in malls or indoor? Where can somebody like me, because I'm a walker, that's what I do now. I like to walk, and I have to get rid of all this weight that I gained from sitting, because, the technological age has it sitting all the time. They say sitting is the new smoking.
Yes.
And I do try to do my exercises at home, but I just want to get out and I want to walk. So when I get there, are there walking clubs in Dubai? Is there a place for me when I get there that I can go walk? I mean, I'm walking in the malls now because I just can't stand this weight that I have. So I'm trying to get over the mall as much as I can and walk around. I try to get at least 5,000 steps a day, up to 10 if I can. Is there an app? Is there a set up yet for walking for old ladies like me who want to walk?
Currently, we don't have that, but this is definitely in our expansion plan. But currently, we have booking. But what do I recommend? I will send you an app where it helps you to get discounts when you walk. So the more steps you do a day, you will get discounts and And there's a promotion going on a lot when you do that. But definitely this will be considered. It's a very valid point. But what I don't agree with you, that walking in the heat in GCC, as I mentioned, you can use the stairs of your building. You can buy a treadmill in your room, small one.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
I come from Vancouver, Canada, and where I used to walk, I'm just being a spoiled brat now, but I used to walk along the seawall. So you have the Pacific Ocean here, you have the forest here, and in front of you, you have the mountains. The air is fresh. And I'm just so spoiled by that. And the treadmill, I don't know what it is about me and treadmills. I don't like them. So I'm going to have to do some kind of psychological arranging because I just can't do it. And it's good walking in the mall, but it's very hard on the wallet because, after
I got what you're trying to say, Patty, because when I went to Croatia, with that nature they have, and I was on a scooter, with the nature I had, I almost had an accident, and a massive one. Because I was looking like, is this real? Is this mountain, like, is this what I see with my own eyes, or I'm dreaming? So I've never been in Canada, but I understand what you say when you walk with this nature, how fresh you feel.
It's like a
But,
meditation,
it's exactly. But we need to do what we have to do. Not
we have
always
to do what we have to do. Yes, and also, I just wanted to make a comment because, exercising is good for strengthening the bones when you're little. But at my age, almost 69 now, I notice, even though I was a professional athlete, my balance is not as good as it was. We fall a lot, and falling for me is like absolutely forbidden because my bones, even though I was an athlete, my bones are soft. They get soft as you get older. So exercise, my doctor is like, you better be exercising. If she saw the weight I've gained, she would just be, girl, what has happened to you? Get out there, do something.
Exactly, that's what you want.
Yes.
That's the spirit, yes.
Now, did I see something in there too about swimming? Did I see something about swimming lessons?
Yes, we have.
You have that, okay,
and
good.
we have in more than 10 locations.
Okay, so in 2022, you're going to see me, and I hope we can find some kind of walking place, okay? But I'll swim in the meantime because I like swimming. Okay, thank you. Sorry, everybody, for taking so much time. Thank you, Tamer. Great presentation.
To stop the PPT, please.
Sorry?
If you can stop sharing the screen.
Yeah, then let me go to the last one then.
Okay.
If you're there, then you care. That's what I wanted to say. So let's dare to be better all together. And now this is the...
You can share your contact details also, in case if you want, or your company contact details.
What is it?
Your company contact details or anything like if you want to share, you can share.
Sure, I will put the download links maybe and the LinkedIn and all and in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. I just downloaded it, Tamer, and I'm going to use it, but just that I'm a little far from all the location which is registered there. And I also sent you a location where we play badminton so that you can go and talk to them and get it registered in your app.
Sure.
All right, before I take up more questions, let me just finish up with the formalities and then we can go ahead with the chit chat.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Tamer, for sharing your You Dare with all of us, and it's really trending, and that means okay. Yeah, thank you so much for joining Brainciti. This is a small memento from all of us. Thank you so much for joining in and sharing, and we'll ensure that we talk about your app in our platform so that everyone gets in fit all the time. We also have our, if at all, in case you want to be the part of the sponsor for 100 Days, 100 Speaker, I can also talk to them, or talk to you, or maybe can also talk to you on that.
Sure.
And we already have few people who are part of sports group. I think Yash is also part of some sports group, so you can always, we can always take it forward.